Good evening, guys. Good evening. I think it's now close to 12, but let's say good evening. As I've said, I will try to cover more matches of this region, especially SAF region. So there will be wider audience that can engage with the content. There will be more of a saying because I obviously watch those games. And again, if I start to talk in Nepali, Indian guys won't be able to understand it. Bangladeshi guys won't be able to understand it. So I prefer to speak in English. But when I can't explain, when my English English words gets crumbled, right? Because I ain't Sasi Tharur. So then I will have to go to Hindi, so it will be better. So I think this game especially was a story of two things. One is resilient, that is how India performed today, and another thing is silencing the doubters, which again this Indian team did. And it also came from the individuals. It came from the coach himself, Khalid Jamil. I mean, he had big doubts. There is a saying of a haram ball and everything. I think uh, us fans from the South regions who stay all late night and watch European games have to be very much in touch with the reality of the grassroots of our country. If you see still right now the young players that play for India, I mean India is quite better than comparing to Nepal. Uh, you can see there is so much of a wrong in the basic things, right? You can complain about simple things that you won't complain about in the European thing in the European games. Now, for sure, the approach must be to reach the pinnacle of these sports, right? Be there, be the guy who can play consistently in the technical basis, have those understanding of tactical changes and everything. But did that start from the grassroots? No. Again, I don't think like when the head coach is there and when the result doesn't get on his side, grassroots should not be the one that he should be complaining. Why? Because you should find a way to win a match. You should find a way to win your football matches. If today India can beat this Tajikistan side who defeated UAE in Asian Cup last time around, I think there is much of a change in the squad as well. Also, they don't have Peter Sarge. That guy is legendary coach. So of course there will be a downfall with the way the coaching works. But I think I would like to connect to the two things. If you go back and watch how Tajikistan used to play under Peter Sarge, it wasn't a brilliant game of football. There was a resilient, there was speed, there was pressing, and there was direct attacks. So these are the bases that you have to build when your academy isn't being produced on the European standard or the technical standard that we crave, right? So just because I want to crave, it won't happen, भाई, ठीक है? मुझे चाहिए जानवी कपूर नहीं मिलेगा भाई मेरा वो क्या है मेरा हालत ठीक है we have to understand that as well. So I feel that should be a reality check and the way forward for this Indian team, because being defensive is one part of the game. It's not like it's the end of the game, right? It's not the end of the game. There also will be rotations. There you have to follow the basics even in the defensive things. So in this video, first of all, I would like to talk about the big performers. Let's say it felt like Arteta, because the way Arsenal plays, not defensively, the way they score the goals, two center defenders scoring, then goalkeeper having, you know, I mean, you have to just raise your hand, and say he proved the doubters wrong today. He did. Even that penalty, even that penalty, till the last moment, he was there and he saved it with his legs. I think he deserves big applaud. And then Sandesh Zingan, Anwar Ali, those guys defensively were too good. And also, uh, I think midfielder did not have legs for this game. So there was change in the 54 minute. He wanted to bring those fresh legs, be active, right? So in this video, if you guys are new to this channel, I think there will be many new guys that are looking after this video because India has done well. But I can promise you that there will be more videos where I can talk about this region. So if you guys are comfortable with English or if you guys prefer Hindi, you guys can tell me. बट भाई वो है कि अगर मैं हिंदी में बात करने लग जाऊं तो इधर मुझे लोग देशद्रोही कह देंगे, ठीक है? वो भी एक एंगल है इधर, वो भी एंगल आपको समझना पड़ेगा. Although all they watch is English Hindi content, right? Even they will say like you have done this. But those guys who have supported me from the long time, they won't say it. But again, there will be a lot of noise, and I don't want to be called views chaser when all of my journey in YouTube has been with the low views, trying to speak the facts, trying to analyze the game. Now, just for this thing, I don't want to talk in Hindi and be that views chaser just for the sake of it. because I know how much YouTube pays. So if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, do subscribe. It will be good that we can connect, we can talk about this region especially that needs more of a light, and also European content. But European content I make it in Nepali, so it might be hard for you guys to understand. So I will talk about three things here. I think I will talk about one thing, but it will come under three things. Right? I will talk about one thing, that is defensive approach. That's all, right? Because we have to talk about how India approach this game. It is defensive approach, no doubt about it. But again, in the defensive approach, you have to be accurate as well. There will be ways to make your defensive approach more accurate. So let's touch on that topic. First of all, this is again some tactical stuff. We can see Gurpreet Singh Sandhu taking the kick off, and now the score is 2-1. But this was the whole idea of India. So let me bring you back. Let me bring you guys to this area right now. So okay. So now, if you guys can see, this is a proper setup for the winning the second ball. And this is a proper setup to winning the second ball. If you see, the back line is squeezed more because again, second ball where it can be dropped, where can the counter happen, because you are targeting the center, more like a center areas with those flick headers, right? So again, that was a main sense for Khalid Jamil. Then two midfielders for those second balls. If the forward don't win the headers, right, it falls in front of the midfielders and they can press. Then four forwards, let's say in this phase. It's not four forwards, but in this phase, four forwards being committed higher up the pitch, right? So again, it's a very clear approach from Khalid Jamil how he wants to play with this team, and that's a good thing, man. If you can find the win, brother, play however the fuck you want, man. However the fuck you want, right? Now, if we look at it, bypass the line, and they were able to press. If you see in this moment, they are committing the numbers in the press because that's their main tactics. The second ball, from the kickoff, they want to get go from it. So if you see again from the midfielders, we see the press. Then even from the defense, right? From the defense, we see the press, and they were lucky enough, and even that tactics worked for them. They were able to win the ball. But again, this is the thing: when they win the ball, they didn't have any plans. But you have to consider how many days did this coach work on the ground. So less. There was Durant Cup running. There was so many difficulties. These, and the state of Indian football right now. So you have to be patient. You have to be patient. Right? I don't think any approach in international football, especially, is a wrong approach if it is getting you result. Why? Because I will be very honest. I will repeat one thing. There is a one thing wanted to play the football the way you like, and another thing is what is the group of players that you have accumulated. The group of players you have accumulated is by playing non-proper professional football, right? In the sense, these players did not know how things work technically. They don't know it, right? They don't play those flexible things. They don't. And even in the leagues, they don't have responsibility of being a maverick, right? There are few players that are maverick for their team, right? So obviously, but when you consider these things, you have to understand, brother, this is the right way to go. That will get you results. Now, if you move to the second part, I will just show you guys. So again, what I wanted to show was, if you guys check it again, wait. Let me show you guys again. So when they are pressing, when India was pressing, this is the one thing how you should not press, right? Again, what it felt like, these things, these stuffs did not have much time to train for Khalid Jamil. Yes, he wanted this, of course, because if you see, they have suppressed Tajikistan on the one side. Again, that might be Khalid Jamil's idea. अरे भाई हम कर लेते हैं उधर press करेंगे. ठीक है, that can be his idea. But the thing is, how many days you did it on a training ground, right? So you can clearly see he wants to do this, but again, there is a mismatch and a miscommunication between who will go to press, how many numbers will commit. Because if we see here right now, after this play, easy rotation, right? Again, I will bring you back. If you see the two rotation between number 14 and the far side guy, I can't see his number. If you see, there is a slight rotation because he brings the defender alongside him. right? Then again, the space opens. So you can clearly see he wanted to play those kind of football, the pressing game, being on one side, suppressing that one side, wanting to win ball mostly from the one side of the pitch, which is a basic structure you see when team tries to defend in the pressing structure. They want to win the ball um, near to the touch line, right on the outer side of the surface. With that's easy way to press the left back or compress the shape, blah blah blah. Then will there with the long ball, then you can win the second ball. All these things that you hear about Sundays, right? Or even other teams, man. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. So now let's see the third clip. If you see the third clip, right? I think now it's clear for you guys. If you see the third clip again, you will notice now, you know, uh, now the midfielder realizes, right? Again, if you see, he realizes, okay, last time there was space. Now let me cover that space, right? Let me cover that space. As the game goes, if you see now, again, this is what I told you guys. This is what I told you about the grassroots. Now, if you see here, he's pointing, to his teammate. See, there is the ball. I'm like, why you have to do that? Why you have to do it? बिकॉज़ अगर आप देखेंगे, तो भाई वो प्लेयर के आगे ही बॉल है, तो उसको तो ऑब्वियसली दिखाई दे रहा है। तो अगर वो बता भी रहा है, तो क्या मिलेगा इससे? बिकॉज़ ही इज़ रूइनिंग हिज पोज़ीशन। नाउ इफ यू सी हाउ ही गेट्स कट ऑफ फ्रॉम द गेम एंड अगेन डिफेंसिवली इफ यू सी राइट नाउ, ओके नाउ ही इज़ पॉइंटिंग, अरे उधर देख ले भाई, उधर बॉल है। भाई उसके आगे है भाई। तू देख भाई तेरा पोज़ीशन, ठीक है? तू देख तेरा पोज़ीशन। सो uh, let me minimize this, man. Wait. Let me minimize this. So if you guys see now, as the game moves forward, okay, now this is shifting, right? The basic thing that you do defensively, you shift as a defensive unit. Now, if you see the shift here, when he arrives, now if you see, there is too much of a space to play that pass. There's too much of a space to play that pass. And if he had arrived little early in that area where I kind of graphically I pushed him, then that pass won't happen. Right? Now, this way you completed the principles and the tactical instruction that were instructed to you. Just because he was busy pointing out, अरे भाई उधर देख ले बॉल है, वो अपने पोजीशन में नहीं आ पा रहा है, okay sorry, नहीं आ पा रहा है. So this is the problem, man. And again, I will not go and say, "Arey, tactics this, tactics that." Right? This is the in position, this position, that position. No, man. Get the fucking results. Move on. Get more FIFA points. Make your approachable so good that you can play good football. If you go and see the Middle Eastern teams, bro. One is Qatar, bhai, jo wants to have possession. Other than that, you will see they are more on the second balls, counter-attacking, defensively compact unit. So the more you watch Asian games, you will realize, why this is the base that you have to build on right now. Because there are the bunch of players that can play this formation, that can not formation, that can play this approach. So suddenly, just because you want to have those flashy thing, it won't happen. It takes time. It obviously takes time. If maybe the women's team start to do well in future for India, the way their young team is going around, right? Anything can happen. So that's the ground you should look after for the next type of football. Under 19, under 16, this is the ground you look for the next kind of football. For this higher level, brother, whatever the fuck you have, if it's a trash, it's your trash, right? Make it your trash, burn it, why? Make it a fossil fuel, do anything, man. If you guys, if people can use cow dung and make a fossil fuel, brother, you have to make use of these players. And this approach is the way you can make this player work. Right. So this is my analysis, my thought process regarding the game, and my another thought process regarding the game, especially was this fucking penalty, man. What the fuck was this? What the fuck is ref doing? I understand, man. This game was sponsored by some betting company. We can see it down the score line. That doesn't mean, man, referee is betting on this game, man. Like the kind of decision he gave, it looks like he was betting on more than 5 falls and one penalty, like those kind of odds. So this was never a penalty, man. If this is the penalty, then bro, You have to be refereeing badminton, man. Just go and do a refereeing for badminton. Law ball, advantage, dues. Do that shit, man. Just stay away from the court. Just this shit. Do that, man. Because if you see the picture, it's right in front of him, man. And if it's right in front of you, and you can't distinguish between it's a penalty or not, or even a dive. Oh, maybe it's time to, go back and do your crash course on refereeing. So yeah, guys, that's my final thought. I hope if you guys liked the video, and I have cut off all those things, right? I don't want to talk in possession this, because it's a similar things. It's more important to understand the approach of the game, how the coach approach the game, and I think these things makes you clear. Like this is the defensive approach and defensive way that he should build on it. And again, while playing defensive, there are so many things that he should improve, right? Just because you are playing defensive doesn't mean you will be good defensively. Because if you see, there was a chance when Tajikistan could have scored that header. I don't know how that guy missed it. Right. So you have to be solid in your defensive approach, then and build in this way. And I think guys did not look much fit in the midfield. Uh, so he kept on changing to get the fresh legs. They did not look fresh. So fitness should be higher up, higher up the timeline to play this kind of approach as well, because you need those legs to do shifts, to do vertical runs and everything. So hopefully he gets time to work. And I feel this is a very proud moment for Khalid Jamil. And I want to say like in Hindi, क्योंकि like अगर आप देखेंगे तो एक प्लेयर है और उसको सब डाउट कर रहे हैं, और वो आई मीन नाउ ही इज अ कोच, बट वो प्लेयर था, अभी वो कोच है, उसको सब डाउट कर रहे थे। वो आ गया अपने देश के लिए, और ऐसे टाइम पे फैन्स को ये विन देके जा रहा है, जब सबका मूड डाउन था, ठीक है? नाउ ही हैज़ ट्रूली शोन भाई व्हाट हाउ मच ही फील्स दिस nation, and how much grateful he is for this opportunity. This is the most important thing. This guy is mostly grateful for this opportunity. And you guys know Playmaker India Musa bhai. I told him like 3 weeks back, bhai, when Khalid was on the talks, right? It wasn't confirmed. I told him, bhai, for the साफ reason आपको एक वो देश का बंदा चाहिए भाई, because sometimes वो tactics वो नहीं है भाई. Sometimes you need sorry for the harsh word, भाग मादर चोद. Sometimes you need someone to say भाग मादर चोद. That's the thing, right? That's the thing. You need that. You need someone to curse them. It's true. And for the nation like Nepal, India, Bangladesh, right? You need someone that will bring that side. Even Peter Bottler is foreign guy. He brings that energy. He brings that energy, right? So you need someone who can bring that energy. So that's been done well by Khalid Jamil. Let's say how far and how strong the era goes for Khalid Jamil.